Fucking just woke up. Paradox is so lazy. Dude, the laziness of Paradox the Chad. Ah, I love that kid. He's gonna be fucking huge one day, but it will be because I fucking hit him with a fucking cattle prod and forced him to stop being a lazy fuck. I just woke up from my 4 hour fucking hibernation, which means, it's gonna be another 5 days a week at this point. I did, 2-1, which puts us at 3-1 aggregate on racial face-offs between my good friend Brian and I. I mean, it's becoming abundantly clear, that one race is superior at Dragon Ball Z. You're by the biting your nails emoji. You passed out midstream. That doesn't speak well to the racial face-off series, does it? Medicine, YouTube really doesn't want me to talk about the Twin Towers. Well, I mean, you know, yo, Medicine, yeah, actually, I don't want to even get into it, but I literally watched 9/11 happen from very, like, geographically, like, so close that, like the distance between like you and like wherever your house is and like maybe like a fucking, I don't know, like I was probably like not even a full mile away. Yeah, well, yeah, everyone saw it on TV, but anyway, 9/11 is 9/11's a bit too comical for this very serious stream. Your dad died in 9/11. Bro, I grew up in the Bronx, man. Do you know how many friends of mine lost uncles, fathers, older brothers? So, I mean, you're not alone if you're serious, if you're trolling, you know. Yeah, Janemba. Those are in my gallery from when I made the last racial face-off thumbnail. You wish your dad did? I wish my mother did. My mother's the goddamn antichrist. My father's a good guy, but my mother's a fucking bloodthirsty psychopath. No joke. But yo, Melson, do you remember that stream when you showed me Kick and Twitch, bro? I was telling Thal about that because he wasn't in it. It's like I told him it reminded me of when I was in college and I used to watch shock videos on like the dark web. Do you ever see that video, Melson, where it's it was from like 2009, but I don't think it was on the internet till like 2011. In like somewhere like Singapore or some shit, these kids are diving off this like really steep pier, and the one kid lands on like the corner of this like metal like dock, and his whole head is split open in the middle. Like the cuts to like the hospital footage, and they're like literally holding his head like a fucking meteorite that cracked down the middle, and it's got like it's fucking, you know what I'm talking about? Keep describing it. I'm almost finished. Oh yeah, you're the dude that masturbates through my whole streams, dude. I have to keep timing you out, bro. I mean, what do you want from me? What's up, fucking stank nasty? The real bando cat, ridiculously sloppy, explosive combo. Bro, your profile picture makes me laugh. Bando Kev, so you're all right. Hi, new here. Bart 45 Neb. What the fuck? Bart 45 Neb. Varmeet Singh, what's up? Hmm. What's up, Eli? If you say hello one more time, okay. If you say hello one more time, I'm going to time you out, but then I'm also gonna go further. I'm gonna go further, and I'm gonna insert myself in dark ways into your actual life. Where am I from? I'm from. Oh God, this. I'm sorry, it's not you. It's just this question. I was born in Italy. I grew up in New York City, and I currently live in Los Angeles. And I believe I will win this season of fucking The Bachelorette because my dick is huge. What's up, Inversa 360? Am I on something? Yes. What's up, 4K Good TV? What? Inversa, I just answered where I'm from. Why do you sound like that, G? Um, because I'm fucking. What do you mean? Why do I sound like that? Because I'm him, bro. What? What's up, Moto Madness? Um, you got some interesting folks in here. Yeah, there's the staying nasty. The thing about my streams sometimes is that like, it's like I'll be live the first 20 minutes will all just be like vertical stream trolls and shit. You know, like they do what they do. They try. I sound like a goblin. What frame of reference, King Nadish, do you have for the sounds a goblin makes? The fuck? What's a goon to a goblin? Excellent. Thank you, Stank Nasty, for providing me with, you know, I don't think if you hadn't said that, I don't think I would have thought about Lil Wayne for like at least 2 more years. But because you brightened my day with a Lil Wayne reference, you get this. And it's not Amelie, bro. Actually, fuck it. I'll start with Amelie and I'll work my way to the one other Lil Wayne song I'll play. Give me 1 second. Hey, serial killer, what's up, Ace Wolf? Yeah, bro, I kill all the cereal. My cereal puts other cereals out of business. The fuck is my remote? Yo, this new season of Black Mirror is lacking. Um, you ever tried a no, I don't know what the fuck that is. King of the Swing. You look like you were part of Fight Club. Well, it's funny you say that because my Muay Thai gym has what's called Muay Thai Fight Club, which is hard sparring. Um, but also, um, you know, you know, you're not supposed to talk about this shit. Terror B2K, what's up? What's up, dude? You look like that Jonathan Galindo shit. Your profile picture, Terror B2K. Airman Blink. Sarange Oba. I don't know what you're saying. Is that really you in your profile picture? Aramin Blink? Probably isn't. Adolf, Black Adolf. Cheddarhead. Love Bougie. Sup, bro? How are you? I can't walk to get food because my lower back is in pain as my knee grows. As my knee goes. The Negroes jokes. That was a poorly worded one. Love Bouge. Love Bug. Sorry. The one looks like a I because of the font that I use. That means I love you. Unk. Cool. Bet US employees in chat. Yo, Cheddarhead, stop telling people that Pidgeots are on your ass from Bet US, dude. If that's true, it's because you signed up for a bunch of fucking bonuses and shit. Like, they do not harass you like that. You're from South Korea, Armin? Why do you have an Aryan girl as your profile picture? Where the homie Brian at? He came over yesterday, Melson, and I subjugated him in Dragon Ball Z, the fourth installment of the racial face-off series. He's down 3-1, bro. It's becoming abundantly clear, Melson, that one race is superior at that game. I thought that it is called. Wait, I thought that it is called the storm in the Bible. That what is called the storm? What up, bud? What's up, Nathan? Candies, what the fuck is Adolf saying? I don't know. Yo, Adolf, listen, like, I mean, I know you Germans are into your like scat shit, bro. But like, I mean, you know, you're not, you haven't even donated yet. Bulma or Chi Chi? Bulma, bro. Bulma's my boy Vegeta's bitch. How the fuck is Leon still in the pound for pound rankings? Cheddarhead, the pound for pound rankings are some fantasy football horseshit. You know what I mean? Pound for pound rankings are for little fucking gay kids. They mean nothing. Like, I mean, don't worry about the pound for pound rankings. Veronica von Dreskova. Veronica, how old are you? Before I engage with you. Adolf, I'm Jewish. Offense name. Enters chat. Paradox the chat has arrived. Um, who is the most aesthetic man on the planet? The most aesthetic? Do you mean aesthetically? Aesthetic is not an adjective like that, King Nadish. You'd know that if you bothered to learn English, but you fucking Indians think you just get to fucking engage? What? Lucifer. Paradox just timed out Lucifer, dude. That's the kind of power Paradox has. Engage, what? King Nadish, you're not behaving very kingly. Whoa now, said Naomi. Naomi, you're back and forth between accounts like fucking mixed signals fucking all the time. Albin Stenriers. Bro, like the thing about you, Albin Stenriers, is I'm timing you out because I don't like Scandinavians. I don't like Scandinavians who continually introduce themselves. I'll do what I want. Ooh, Naomi. Yes, ma'am. Naomi, I just woke up. My psychological defenses are not what they will be later in the day. Please don't take advantage of my vulnerability. What's the topic? The topic, Nathan Steinberg, is people who fucking come into the middle of a live stream and demand to know what the live stream is about. How do you feel about them? I'll kick it to you. Albanians never like Scandinavians. Cheddarhead, Albanians don't have taste in anything. Albanians don't have likes and dislikes. They operate like cockroaches. They operate on like foraging for food and fucking like they have a base fucking brain stem that just allows them to like, you know, congregate and forage. All right. Thoughts on Hank scamming skate start? So Melson, what okay, so what Idaho told me was that Idaho didn't give a fuck and let Hank have like their joint channel, right? Because it's monetized and all that. And then Hank DM'd me and asked me what he should do because they had already made their separate channels, but they still had their other channel which was already monetized. Hank's like, should I just like keep the old one and then rebrand as mine? I'm like, yeah, that's probably the move, bro. Like, you know, like, I mean, I don't know, man. That's a dude. No Chill involved me in that shit. And now it's like, you know, they're coming to me for advice. It's like, bro, what the fuck do you want from me? Um, no, I was just asking because I fucking lost. You're lost. Oh, you're lost. Like, so, dude, just hang in there and shut the fuck up, and like, you know, you'll figure it out. Mike Oxlong. I'm not Luigi Mangione, but I support everything he did. I feel offended. Thanks. Ardita. Why are you offended, you dumb cunt? Like, I didn't even say anything. Sounds like you hate Albanians. Um, it's not so much hate as it is just like, you know, my sort of objectively outspoken or my outspoken view on the objective you know, just disgusting classlessness and fucking, you know, begging for genocide nature of the Albanian race. What's up, Smosh Boss? What up? Tell my brother Milo he's gay. Milo Yiannopoulos? He already knows he's gay. Sounds like you hate Armenians. No, I like Armenians. I hate Albanians. What else do you hate? Quick tips. What else do I hate? Thank you, Naomi. Parli Italianos. Si, anche. Base Homie 777. I seriously doubt that you speak Italian, but my parli italiano anche. NNMHRM official. What the fuck? Is that a fucking like some crypto address? I don't trust it. Alright, I'm fucking sorry. Why are you sorry, Nathan? Nathan, I didn't ask for an apology, bro. I'm just giving you shit, bro. I'm just interacting with you a little bit. Jesus Christ. I was more talking about Skate started buying Hanka. Oh, word. Well, Milton, I think that honestly, my opinion on that is that Hank was probably, fiddle fucking around and being really like high maintenance when they were first getting their shit set up. And Idaho's like, all right, like, let me be pragmatic. What do we actually fucking need? Microphones, this, that. And so he's bought the fucking thing trying to, like, get shit done. And then, of course, that became like, whatever the fuck when they inevitably fell out. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah, exactly. Hank said he technically deserved it, which is, yeah. Yeah. And dude, like the thing that's funny to me, Madison, is that um they like when it was like Hank's last stand, I forget which stream because No Chill wanted me on the one where basically like, Idaho's on first and then Hank comes on and sort of sluggishly attempted to defend himself and crashed out of it, right? Whatever. Like Hank Hank had somebody sent me after that stream like a clip from their show when where back when they were still doing their show where Hank's like defending Idaho because people were calling him like casual and shit, Idaho casual. Then like cut to when they're like breaking up and shit, and Hank's like yelling. It's like you don't know shit about fucking MMA. So the thing about that, right, is like by UFC predictions tracker, bro, Idaho actually places consistently higher than Hank. He even tied me one time for like second on one of the cards. Um, and Hank has yet to do that. So I mean, I feel like Hank sent some mixed signals. Men smoke too much, bro. Who me? Like an OnlyFans sub? Yeah, we're cheddar. Yeah, Nelson. Yeah. I don't see. I don't know if it's like I mean, dude, like, Milton, do you think like Idaho on his own is actually like, he's actually a pretty decent guy. Like, when he's like somebody, he's relatable on his own. You know what I'm saying? I've found so far, maybe not, but number one Albanians, number two Domino's. I don't hate Domino's, namely, just because someone asked me like what they should get at Domino's. They're like, yo, you're Italian, you know Italian food. What should I get at Domino's? I mean, whether or not they were serious is insignificant. You know what I mean? Is that a Korean cigarette in your ear? No, this is not a Marlboro 27 Cheddarhead. This is a Marlboro Red. All right. And I will be smoking good and proper leading up to Carlos Prates' fucking, figurative rape of Ian Gary, followed by the first rape, then into consensual sexual encounter all in one that he has with Ian Gary's wife before and after, and right now. If you don't think Carlos Prates is inside Layla Machado Gary at this very moment, you're fucking sorely mistaken. You have a boy? No, I don't have a boyfriend. You fucking wait, Mike Oxlong. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, you've been around for. How many boyfriends do you have? Um, I don't have any boyfriends, man. Like, the fuck is? I mean, clearly, Geo hasn't had a fudge lava cake from Domino's. Cheddarhead, I have not. I have not. Cheddarhead, I will admit that I've had Domino's. What I've had one time, and I will actually say like Cheddarhead. You cannot deny that Pizza Hut is objectively disgusting. What you think about Volkanovski and Lopez fight, Nathan? I thought that I thought I picked Volkanovski to win. I thought that Volkanovski won rounds one, two, and three. Lopez rounds four and five. I thought, like, yeah, every round was clear. Volkanovski, Volkanovski was he was getting pieced up though in the fourth round and in the fifth. And he barely died. He barely didn't get clipped by an uppercut and shit. Like, but he also he fought the better fight. Just kind of just by a hair. I didn't agree with the two judges that gave Volkanovski 4 rounds, but I think Volkanovski won. Stop, bless, new. What the fuck? Ooh, I love the lava cakes. Oh yeah, Naomi, should I give Domino's lava cake a day in court? Hank's so disloyal and snake-like while being so incredibly unintelligent is actually impressive. Well, Milson, I think that Hank has an inherent like upper middle class infused like sense of entitlement, and he doesn't even mean to be like the type of narcissistic that he is. You know what I mean? Like, which I understand does not, it's like I've said this to Noodle, and Noodle's like, yeah, well, fuck him. I had to work for a living, and yeah, me too. Like, I feel, I feel you. Like, I'm not saying it gives him a pass, but just like for the purposes of like, just like if we're gonna muse about like his actual psychology, it's like you can tell that Hank, growing up was like his parents put in his psyche like this, like it's like like if somebody disagrees with you, Hank, you're probably right, and like you can do anything, and blah blah blah. So it's like he doesn't take advice, when it's given to him, and the way he doesn't take advice. Like I talked to Musical about this a long time ago because Musical gave him advice on something, and Hank nodded his head like he was listening and everything, and then proceeded to just continue to do whatever the fuck and Musical is like, what the fuck did I even bother with that for. And like and it's like, whereas like Musical's giving me advice that I've taken and some that I haven't, but when in the moment I'll be like, dude, like I hear you, but honestly, like I'm gonna do it this way, like what I mean, like little things like that rub people the wrong way add up. Lava cake is my favorite Italian dessert. You can buy, you can get it at Walmart. Jesus, haha, nah, you hate Domino's, just shouting at me. All right, listen, Naomi, stop gaslighting me. All right, a lot of pictures on your walls, yeah, bro. Yes, I got pictures. I got fucking. I got a gourd. It's a gourd. It's a vegetable. Ceramic animals, bro. Sluts, bitches. That's what I'm about. Um, Hollow Reckless. What's up on those? Domino's is good, but they chew the fuck out of you on portions. Jesus. Yo, Madison, you ever have what's the shitty California chain Caesars? I think you ever have that? And a warthog burned on the ceiling. Quick tips. Find something new in there every stream. Yo, Naomi, let me fly you out, and we will like stay at my nice apartment. But we can come over here, and you can inspect the walls and find more shit. Um, how are you an anime fan? Me? Who's an anime fan, Naomi? Will you a prank call? What? Um, try look smaxing. I woke up like fucking less than an hour ago, Mateo. Um, I clean up nice though, bro. Don't worry. Like if you and I went for the same girl, dude, she's mine every time. Like 100,000 times out of 100,000. Let's get a room tour. Yeah, you'll get it when I feel like it. Vanille Desta, hey Gilly, Lorenzo wants to know if you'll raid him. Oh my god, dude. Yo, tell Lorenzo to come and tell Lorenzo if you want it. If Lorenzo's gonna raid bag, tell him to do it himself. Or if I'm talking to Lorenzo on an all, dude, come in my chat, dude. Come in my chat. Lorenzo. I won't be mean, dude. I won't be mean. Come in my chat. Hank does have an upper class sense of entitlement. I seriously think his parents are starting to ask him for rent money, and that's why he's pissed. He doesn't want to work, and no one's giving him money. Middleton, I don't know that necessarily I don't know if it's like pressure from like all sides like that. Like his parents are trying to ask him for rent money. I think it's more so that like he think his mentality is very much like like I'm gonna come in like I'm going to be like MMA like YouTuber journalist, and I'm gonna go in and show people how it's done, and I'm gonna be fucking my success is gonna grow, and I'm gonna I'm gonna brand my shit this way. My subs are gonna be my troopers and grinders and all that shit, and and it's just like the world of MMA YouTube is is full of vicious, heinous shit. And if you're not able to roll with that, and you're not able to bust balls, you're gonna be unrelatable to a lot of people. And then and if you're not a guy like Lucas Tracy who doesn't care about that and just has dollar signs in his eyes, then you're gonna come up against the problems Hank has faced. I talk like Jeff Goldblum. Do you mean like the way that Jeff Goldblum like has like 1,000 yard stare and like talks like if a person's right here, he's talking to them, he's like looking over there. I mean, yeah, maybe. He even said the other day, "Fuck city life." He's never donated. Yeah, he burns bridges in frustration like that. The problem, Nelson, is that Hank has not figured out how, and it's like it comes naturally to some people, and some people it doesn't come naturally to. Like, you've live streamed a lot, you know what I'm talking about, where like, where it's just, you're not doing a character, like you're not, it's not like suit and tie reading off notes type shit. Like, you're ready for whatever the fuck because it's like you're just speaking your fucking thoughts. It's like, it's like enough abuse, and Hank like he'll like take a little bit for a while, and then you'll see him kind of get thrown off, and then he'll just explode with shit and like wish death on homeless people, and member up, freeloaders. Word, yo, Andrew, good looks. Um, I know we are you lived, huh? Dino, please. You know what? Okay, Alina Joby. Hey, what's up, Alina? Lorenzo reckons you're chinny and he'd KO you. Dude, can Lorenzo speak for himself, Vanille Desta? I'm not gonna time you out, bro, because I know how much Lorenzo would love to talk about that. Um, I'm on I Love You, Opa. What? California Pizza Kitchen is gay. I agree. I agree. Cheddarhead, Cheddarhead. Very true. I feel like you and I agree on more things than we disagree on. I mean, we'll never see eye to eye on Darius, but we share some viewpoints, you and I. Alina Joby. What's up, Alina? California Pizza Kitchen or Little Caesars? Oh, Madison. Oh, can I go to Shake Shack, bro? I don't want. It's a horrible one. I wonder how long did it take you to collect those? I didn't. Well, some of them I photo printed. Some of them are like posters. Like, I mean, a lifetime, baby. Lifetime, baby girl. Jesus, what do you want here? If LGBTQ opened a pizza chain, it would be California Pizza Kitchen. Yeah, especially the T's, Jared. That was their name. Anime fan asked how you were like 10 years ago. What? Okay. Yeah, Naomi Garrison. Wilfred Morris, go masturbate and sex your boyfriend. Jesus. What? Like, Wilfred Morris. Jared, or that pizza chain. Yeah, yeah, Melson, I know what you're talking about. I can't remember the name of it either. Sorry, I have dyslexia. I meant, will you do your room tour? Yeah, whatever. Yeah, Nathan. Yeah, when I get up to go smoke a cigarette in a second, you'll see more. I'll turn the light on. Whatever. I love you, Opa. You already said that, Armin. What do you mean? What's Opa? Prank call? No, prank calls are retarded. Hank's 25 and never had a job. Just graduated. He has a job, but I don't know if it's. I think it's probably like on commission. It's like for a political. He's like staff for like some politician. I think his parents have to be asking for some kind of money, or they don't want to hear his gay ass impressions forever. I mean, Melson, like, if, you, like, dude, Melson, it shocked me when I first learned, like, years and years ago, how many upper middle class, like, kids just, like, literally just live off their parents, like, into their 30s, bro. Like, I feel like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, his mom brings him food in his room, dude. I don't think I don't know if that's what it is. And I don't know if he has siblings either. Like, if he has siblings that are like succeeding, then it's like, then he kind of. I mean, that could actually go either way because like that maybe that would make them put pressure on him, maybe not. If he's an only child, I feel like they would be more lenient. Alina Joby, how are you doing? You have any ex girlfriends? Yeah, I have many ex girlfriends, Alina. I've I have a few too many actually. Wilfred Morris, so sorry what I said. That's okay, bro. JJ got what the fuck? Got California, I guess. Oh, really? Okay, I totally understand. Whatever. Ooh, Barugli. Thank you for the 79 pounds. That's $1.05 American. Thank you so much, man. Hey girlfriend, hey girlfriend. What's up, Jessica Fairlow? We don't need gay clubs. We have California Pizza Kitchen. Yeah, yeah. Yo, Cheddarhead. Cheddarhead's all right. Cheddarhead. I'm on the California Pizza Kitchen is for faggots train. I agree. What's up, P Drunky? With Monica. What's up, Monica? What's up, Jessica? Thaw. Lorenzo picked Angelo Jubilee. He did do that. Yo, Thaw will not let Lorenzo live that down, nor should he. Lorenzo needs to get an Angelo Jubilee tramp stamp tattoo before he's accepted in this community. Win a mo you there is oh shit, how do I do you know what, Peter and Q, that's people have asked me that. You know what? I'm gonna like as we speak is when I'm gonna fucking set that bitch up right now. Can you say hi, Thomas? Sure. Yo, Thomas, what's good, bro? You fucking some bitches. You fucking putting your dick in some people, doing some drugs. Spike that vein, dude. Dart that K, dart that H. Io, what the fuck? What, Jessica? What's the matter? Like, how can I help you? Milson, I used to go to Little Caesars because I mean that shit was so bad that I mean halal in New York is like $5 for a lamb gyro, 7 lamb over rice, But then they put a full blown tranny on there, and it scared me out of going back. I mean, dude, Milson, how far of a drive was the next Caesars over, bro? Probably not worth the gas money if you're broke at the time. Monica, say hi, Rod. I command you. Monica, if you can prove that you're actually a girl, I'll let you give me orders. Otherwise, tell Robert Giuliano says, that he needs to sever one of his fucking fingers. Hank, MK, Ultra alumni. Prank calls are funny when you do it solely for the love of the game. I agree with that, Mason, but it's got to be really, really. They have to be really, really good. The potential for them to be lame and fucking douchey is so high that like it's got to be like really, really fucking on point. Hank's mom brought him food, and I had to fight my parents to get food. Yeah, dude, Nelson, seriously, my mother impaled my arm with a meat thermometer when I was a kid, among many other like horrendous acts of violence, and I'm not making that up whatsoever. It's like I get where you're coming from, and I get where Noodle's coming from too, with the resentment for Hank's like suburban entitlement. Lydia O'Brien, what's up, Lydia? Oh, yo, Lorenzo predicts is live. No wonder he fucking tried to raid bag. Like, literally fight, bet much. Bit much. No, yeah, no, Naomi, like, I mean, yeah, Melson's talked a little bit about that, I think. Dude, Naomi, like, yeah, my mother was the Antichrist, and fucking, yeah, I went through some shit as a kid. I mean, Melson has too, so did Good Noodle, and, so, I understand. I'm a little bit older than, Noodle and fucking Melson and shit. Melson's like, Melson's older than you. Melson gets it. Melson has like a more sort of like mature, just like sort of disgust for Hank, where Noodle just has like more of like an outright like fuck this dude for his for him just having it fucking easy, and then just like coming. Tramp stamps are fine. Naomi. Naomi, I feel like we have a future. Ask musical, he knows. No, I know how to do it. I think. It's just like I'm trying to. I just want to go like radio silent while I set it up. So like hang tight, bro. Fucking Smash Bros. Have you ordered your Starbucks? No, I haven't. Or Melson knows everything about technology. He was almost professor of computer technology. Lorenzo said he could KO or submit you. It's up to him. Yo, tell Lorenzo to come and chat. Dude, Vinyo Desta, the thing about that is, I mean, I don't think Lorenzo said that, but if he did, I don't care. The objective reality is that Lorenzo's in Australia. He doesn't know how to fight, obviously. But I'm not, tell him to come, tell him to show the fuck up in my shit, bro. Show his hustle, like Guru told him. Who's your favorite UFC fighter right now? I would probably say Carlos Process. Hold on, who just hit me up on Instagram? Somebody from YouTube, I'm sure. Sorry, Peter and Q for getting distracted. I'm with the emoji shit. Oh, yo, what's up, Peter and Q? It's you. I just started going to the local Mexican restaurant for nachos. Word. Um, um, I almost got into a fight with a new hire one time because he didn't know they had fudge. Jesus. Caravaggio, what's going on? Good. Would you be interested in interviewing a genuine UK roadman from Birmingham? Why the fuck not? Sure, sure. Bodak, what's up? Bodak, no, my mother's not like your ex. Um, One second. Bodak, no, my mother's not like your ex, dude. Like my mom, I mean, it's I mean, unless you're, I mean, and also Bodak, it's like the relationship would be very different. Like, when you're a kid and like your mother's swinging a meat cleaver at you, it's a bit different. But I mean, whatever. But it's like you deal with shit like that, and it's like it only made like it's like to just. I'm not even. I mean, I would say I'm slightly uncomfortable. Just like dropping into talking about it, but like people think like it's like if you've been through any kind of child abuse that you're supposed to cry and hyperventilate and shit. Like they know like how one acts. But I've discussed this shit with myself. And she wondered why I won't talk to her. Turning the water on and then flushing the toilet on her way. One time my mom woke me up at like 4 a.m. to go to the farmer's market. And I was like, I didn't want to go because it's a gay farmer's market. And the result was her. Uh, Dude, my mother, when I was in a really young kid, where you can't really see it, but there's a tiny scar over here. My mother with a fucking steak knife, like really like grabbed my hair and like cut me under my eye. Mailson choke slammed his grandma and his mom with a stunner real story. Here cute. Then I slammed the Coors Light and flipped the bird. Naomi has a butterfly tattoo. I did. You did what? Oh yeah. No, I know. I absolutely don't, Caravaggio. Yeah, Naomi, you have tattoos though, Naomi. Purple Kitty YouTube. Not just the fact 2026 is in 8 months. Not just the fact. What? Stone Cold Nelson. Yeah. Well. Yeah, I know, Brian. I know. Why does everyone act like it's a badge of honor to have a tough life growing up? I'm not saying that, Will. Will, I'm not saying that. We're talking about someone else who didn't have a hard life and why and the phenomenon of how that has shaped his personality and why it makes him unrelatable to a lot of us, a lot of people there. Like that's what it is, dude. I'm not saying it's a badge of honor, dude. I mean, I would have loved to have not gone through some shit like that. PQ, my retarded dad tried to grapple me and just kicking him in the face was the funniest. Among oh yeah, Bodak, yes, among many other fucked up things, yes. Yeah, Bodak, my mother was violently abusive, yes. That is real. Jacob does VR 1976. Hello. Hello, he's live now. You're talking about yeah, I know Lorenzo's live now and he's raid begging. It's all good. Wait, Bad Mind TV. He's a bit reactive though. Wait, the fucking Birmingham dude. Well, why would I? If he's live, how am I gonna interview him? Tell him to come on my stream. I mean, I'll bring him on like a split screen live stream. Yeah, I don't know who he is either, Nanny. But actually, my mom sprayed me with pepper spray once. It's not like I was even going at her. Yeah, Melson. Yeah, it's that kind of shit. Bodak, my mother has borderline personality disorder and also some kind of, whatever variety of postpartum psychosis and shit. You know, she's also very like in a kind of like a sociopathic way. She's able to sort of like able to slip it in and out, like like the type of person that'll be like on the phone and you're in the room and she's like, oh yeah, that's it, and then look at you with like this horrific look of like violence or that sort of shit. How many subs do you need to live stream? 50, I believe. Brian, one time my mom, really, Brian? I mean, I know about your mom, but I didn't know that. He's a bad man from Birmingham, Naomi. Damn, Brian. Okay. Naomi. No, no, Naomi, Brian, Brian, dude, Brian did not have it easy growing up either. Um, Peter and Q, he works for the DMV. Your dad, Melson, works for the DMV. I probably make more money than my brother at my shitty restaurant job. Some days I make like 25 an hour. What's your brother do, Melson? Hank's Warzone, PARADOXX, okay? Yeah, dude. Hank, PARADOXX went live without announcing that he was live before. Cheddarhead, can we critique? Yeah, Cheddarhead. Yeah, we'll do that. Peter and Q wanted me to make emojis for members, so let me do that real quick first. Baba Booey. Fuck Howard Stern, bro. Jesus Christ, yeah. Oh, yo, Bodak. Bodak, so it's so far me and Brutally are guests for Thursday. Um, do you have a girlfriend? Nah, we broke up last October, dude. Brian, sometimes I wake up and wish my mom would have swallowed me instead. Jesus. I like my mom. She's a cool guy. Yeah, Naomi. Yeah, that's great. Seriously, like I'm not mad at people who didn't have fucked up childhoods. It's like it's like who's that dude saying? It's like why do you guys act like it's a badge of? I'm not saying it's a badge of honor, bro. Jesus. Um, the boat show. She even sprayed my body as a warning shot. Did you get some sleep? I did. Handsome Italian bad boy. Oh my Jesus Christ. Brian, email. You can probably make 80K a year doing IT. Yeah, Nelson. Nelson. I was thinking that too, bro. You're good with IT shit. You probably. I mean, I'm saying like, dude. I'm so not that. That's how I just described it. Like, you're good with IT shit. You probably have. I mean, can you code? I mean, Bodak's a software engineer. Can you code or? Because I mean, you know how to do tech support. Oh, your brother works at your dad works a shit factory job. Word. Before I go, thanks for telling me how many subs you need to live stream. Yeah, sure, dude. 50, and then you can do it. Good to know. Oh, about PARADOXX? Yeah, word, Hank. Cheddarhead, all email Nelson knows how to do is tell people that Discord might still be running in another tab. That's the solution to everything. Nah, dude, Madison told me what to download so that I could play Super Smash Bros. Melee, and so, like, Madison knows more than that, but shut the fuck up. Sorry for that tasteless joke, buddy. I hear a woman being described as a devil in my brain. No, it's not tasteless, Bodak, it's okay, man. It's not, like, off limits. Like, I've gotten to the point in my life where it's okay. Like, I can talk about this shit. It's like, people don't have to walk on eggshells, you know? Like, it's not like it's so annoying when people get like uncomfortable. It's like can't it's like, oh my god, like this has become like real. It's like, yeah, it's real. And then it's like, Bodak, the way Brutally Honest and I go back and forth about shit like that. It's like, it's like we go hard at each other because like we can tell like both of us are sort of like carved in fucking the shittiness of our origins. Um, Hi, what's the topic? Silver, the topic is fucking people that show up like you and bring things to a screeching halt by demanding to know what the topic is. Handsome Italian bad boy. Chad, and all email Nelson knows how to do is tell someone that Discord. Yeah, I read that bullshit. Witty British humor is all about. Yo, Naomi, you're homesick in Queensland. You should go back to Wales. Like just like listen to your heart. For real. Sorry, I need to downsize massively before I consider something like that. I'm spread too thin on selling shit. I was most productive when I had almost no possessions. Well, Mailson, then just fire sale the rest of your possessions, Mailson. I'll help you, dude, if you want. I mean, seriously. From fucking 3,000 miles away, I helped my boy sell like all his furniture on fucking OfferUp, and like I got him good money too. Like just like from here. So, because he was moving from New York to LA. I mean, that's one story, but like, I'm good at selling shit. I really don't want to respond back to a guy named Handsome Italian Bad Boy. Yeah, word. You don't, I mean, yeah, but you could just call him, HIB, just call him Hib. All right, Cheddarhead, just be like, you know, fucking or not hashtag, fucking whatever at him, and tell him and put him in his place or whatever. I don't even remember what I said to you. Peter and Q. My parents met in the military. Never dared to talk back to them. Were they both in the military or like? What? Why are people saying you fought the law and the law won? Um, Dude, bro, you smoke weed? Nah. I mean, yes, but I'm a tolerance break. I try to trip on acid at least 3 or 4 times a year. Though, bro. I have a British joke, Prince Harry. Whatever. I almost got into a fight with 4 nerds outside class one time because they got mad. I sat in their seat. I'm not even joking. I mean, dude, yeah, I mean, I believe that, dude. Cheddarheads, when you respond to Giuliano, you're responding to a handsome Italian. God, dude. But like, coding jobs have dipped since COVID. Still pays amazing though. Yeah, word. Wasn't even their seat. Yeah, word, Melson. It's like, I'm sorry, I didn't know it was yours. Like, yeah, I feel you. But yo, Melson, can you code? I would never be a code monkey. All right, well, Melson, if you're gonna stand on principle, you can't really bitch about not making enough money, right? I mean, use it as you don't have to see it as as the rest of your life, dude. I mean, think about it as like a stepping stone. If you have the ability, put some money together, and then I should go back to what I was. Yeah, Naomi. I mean, you expressed your discontentment in Australia. There's no reason if that's how you feel. There's no reason to just try to fight. It's not. It's always a losing battle to try to deny your actual feelings about shit. Dang, you are charming, then, ain't you? If you say so, Silver. You said it, not me. I will in a couple of months. I mean, Naomi, that's a couple of months thrown away. I feel like. What's wrong with code monkeys? Um, uh, oh man, oh, it's a Melson. So too competitive, and there's other niche shit I can do. I mean, Melson, yeah, but like, what you said, you're spread too thin, like selling shit. But if you're like, how are you selling shit? You're not like drop shipping, right? You're just like selling off, or are you? Are you selling shit that you've bought and flipping it? Your voice is like torture. All right, then fuck off, bro. Giuliano, you did some kind of business school or all just from experience? Pedro and Q. So no, dude, I went to film school, which does fuck all for you in the film industry. But I work in film, dude. Dude, I never, no, I never went to business school, but I'm self-taught with real estate. Which honestly, if you actually put the time in, and stocks as well, dude, it's like if you see commonalities between things that it's like I mean, I could like. So let me see if I could explain how I could explain. So like so stocks, right? For example, right? There's different market sectors. There's different things you can look at things like earnings per share, things like that, and then and you can do a lot of research. But then there's an instinct aspect to it, right? And that way, I mean, this is kind of corny, but in that way, you could almost equate it to like fucking picking fights and shit like that. But you know, but anything that you like really take on, like you can autodidact your way to actually being fairly knowledgeable about it. With real estate, I really did that. And but like but you have to be willing to put the time in and actually learn. And a lot of people are not. They just want like. That's why I'm so like anti crypto, because it's like the mentality of somebody who's like whose dick gets hard over the idea of instantly making money really fast from cryptocurrency is the type of guy that's gonna burn through that money and be broke the next year. Best and worst predictors came out. We got to crack 11 in order to make it. No, Hank. No, he just did. Hank, I came in fourth, along with a lot of other people at 10 out of 13. There wasn't enough room on his screen to put everybody. Um, and also Hank, he also does it on percentage. So like, it's annoying when people who don't pay, like the dude that came in like third picked 9 fights or some bullshit. Yeah, they met when they were both in the military. Interesting. Where at, Peter and Q? I'm selling all my shit. What do you still have for sale, Nelson? Like what kind of shit mostly is it? I have one gray hair. Where is it? Tell me where on my head. Nito, dude, shut up and be God. Giuliano went live, idiot. Thanks, man. Nelson, you selling your lava lamp? I mean, this is a fair question, Nelson. Paradox, let's play Kirgo Blackjack. Alright, Paradox, DM me your login and I will. Thanks for getting back to me on Instagram. Yeah. Yeah, dude, I mean, that's the move, Hank. Yeah, Hank, Hank, shut up. You're cute. No, I'll get more smart light stuff. Well, Nelson, are you buying more shit as you sell it? Because if you're doing that, you're putting yourself in a never-ending cycle, dude. Imagine if email Nelson let go of his tiny taxi addiction and studied his Linux flashcards. I mean, I get what you're saying, bro, but what do you say? Fuck me for? What do you say? Fuck. Yo, is that Hank? Are you referencing the fucking the like clip where Eminem's daughter? I think you are good. Wait, good. Peter, you said good. Yeah, Paradox. DM me your login and I will do that. Here. Alright. Order. Cheddar had money to look at the rankings. Peter MQ wants fucking emojis. Paradox wants it. Alright, so 1, 2, 3. Um Memberships. Emojis. How do I make member emojis? Supers and gifts. Turn on. Paradox. There's a lot of money to work. Yeah, Paradox, you're being sarcastic. Right? I'm flipping shit. I don't drop shit. If you have space, you might as well. Yeah, yeah, I guess so, Melson. But you're flipping shit, bro. Like, I mean, which I mean, if you're good at it and you're doing it en masse, like I mean, you can make good money. But like you with the skills that you have, dude, you can make way more money doing other shit, save that money up, and then and also build on it. And once you have enough money, like I can show you how to turn it into more, like And I'm not talking about gambling. I'm talking about like stocks and other shit. Like there's. I mean, you have skills. You know what I'm saying? Hank, what's it like realizing those? Hank, email Melson knows how to hack, so be careful. Oh, wait, is it night there, Naomi? Naomi, what time is it in Queensland? I heard Vietnam has released a joint statement with China about signing up to, what is BRICS again? Right, that's how you make room on the screen by being undeniable. Make room on the screen by being undeniable? Sorry, but what are you referring to, Hank? Giuliano, who wins in an MMA fight? Email Melson versus Hank. Keep in mind, Melson is 5'5". I don't, dude, I don't, Melson, do you train at all? Shit is going to get kinetic. I'm not getting into specific items, but I literally have over 1,000 clothing items I need listed. Yo, Melson, DM me a link to where you're selling shit. Like, cause I'm actually interested in that. CD, at what point would you say it is no longer worth owning a car? I have a 16-year-old. CD, if you want, dude, I'm like, sometimes I'll buy and sell cars, but I'm really good at like finding people cars and helping them sell. Like, you never want to like for example, you never want to trade in a car. You always want to sell the car you're selling to one dealership and then take that money and buy it, because you get fucked on trading. There's a million things like that. Celine, what's up? CD, at what point would I say that? I don't know. It's yo CD. If you want, DM me your license plate. I'll run it and look at the Carfax and tell you what you could get for it. Um, Bodak, what's your opinion on the Trump tariffs? Well, Bodak's not American. Ciao, come va? Ora sono fermo di studiare tra poco continuo. Come stai? Come stai? Io ancora. Ma tutto ok. E tu come stai, frate? Stefano. Stefano. Stefano, di dove sei? Hank, what's it like realizing most customers find to Milton, what's it like most customers find you visually unattractive? Fucking Igor in a penguin suit. Hank, dude, Igor in a penguin suit. What? Yeah. Why so much rage? Yes, 50 Cent. What? 50 Cent. What? Bodark, please ask your AI friends if Trump's against. Who the fuck is Igor? I don't know, Bodark. I don't know. I think Igor from Frankenstein? Is that like this? Captain Rafuccio, what's going on, bro? Yo, Hank chose violence today. I don't know if he chose violence, not physical violence. He did go 0 to 60 a bit. Milson would make Hank at Shannon in real life. Milson always goes at Hank and then Hank owns him. Not exactly. It goes, Or yo, Bodak, you know the other Igor Severino, who got banned from the UFC after he bit his opponent in his debut, and then he turned up in Ryzen. Igor Severino, good fighter. I don't know why he felt the need to bite. Who was it? Andre Lima. And Andre Lima got 50 grand for bite of the night, a one-time award. Hank's Warzone. Hello, Refugia. Bodak, have you sniffed any sausage rolls recently? Nelson, don't tell Hank my skill sets. Let him wonder in fear. Well, I'm not telling him. I'm Nelson. I just I just raffled off a couple. There's several more. Caravaggio. Not sure my model can do that. It would, however, let you know if he could take John Jones in a fight. Well, Bodak. Honestly, Paradox just did a live stream for a bit where he was playing UFC 5 or whatever. Honestly, dude, it's like I really feel like Bodak, if you can if you could simulate fights on an upcoming card with enough accuracy, that's the key. And I know I keep saying that as if it's like simple, but I also want to know like whatever you call them, your data points. Where you're like, okay, she is 21 positive and 5 negative. Like I want it's like honestly, it's like you could DM me about that shit because I don't know if you want to like go over all of it in a live stream. Yo, who timed out fucking Mariska over here? Maria. What's she saying in Russian? Privet, Maria. Yeah, Maria can come back. Slava Russia. I think Mason had done like 6 years of kung fu. Maria, are you a 13-year-old boy? Gotta go by. I don't know what the fuck. What's up, Bodak? Yeah, what's up, Mila? Um, Nelson. Hank's an unemployed bum that's proven he'll try to dox people over jokes in chat. I don't need him taking his meds and putting together a pinboard with strings tying everything together. I don't think that's gonna happen, Nelson. What's up, Krista? Hanks, you literally said your occupation, retard. Doxing. Shut your mouth. Shut your tiny mouth. Interesting. Hank's a top bloke. Give him some slack. Yo, Lorenzo. How's your stream going, bro? Crystal Whiteman. Caravaggio, this is not a place for children, Maria, so I have to block you, okay? Yeah, word. Good looks, Caravaggio. Hank's Warzone, you're so dumb. What's up, Peter and Q? Dude, okay, yeah, Peter and Q. Alright, emojis, Cheddarhead, I'm gonna look at the rankings, and then Paradox, I'm gonna blackjack you some more money. Alright, fucking memberships. Membership emojis, how the fuck do you... Oh, it's probably in customization. Nah. It's super addictive. Mm. If I can't figure this out in 30 more seconds, Peter on Q, I will ask me as well. Um, Support the causes you care about. Fucking prostitution. Jesus. Earning gauge events, your earnings. Um, Ghost YouTube, I haven't showered in 1 week. What do I do? Take a shower. Fucking Metal Bro, what's up? Giuliano, thoughts on me having you singing that freaking Julia Owe Me a Car song rent free in my head all day, every day? Um, Good. I feel good about that. Melson always choosing violence against me because his brain's got hormones for me. What a spaz. Hank, that, to be fair, that doesn't really make sense. Um, Milestone, the BARADOXX show. I've been a programmer for 6 years. Nice. Do you watch Japanese cartoons? Nostalgically, yeah. There's a tweaker war going on right now. Between who, Lorenzo? Hank making it gay again. Big surprise. Hey, I've heard the rumor that supposedly Melson is the one who helped Doc's MMA guru. What? Doc's MMA guru? You mean no? All I know about that. Are you talking about when Terrence McKinney asked people, like, offered a shout out to somebody if they were Doc's guru? Thoughts on Hank always saying it's okay to be gay on camera, only to use as an insult in chats? Is he MMA Joey Jr.? Interesting point. We'll go over the considerations. Yeah, but I actually am interested in that. Maria was a child. All right, yeah, word, Caravaggio. I said good looks. Mickey Bobo, hi. What's up, dude? Do you watch Japanese cartoons? Fucking nostalgically animation, like Dragon Ball Z and shit. Um, Peter and Q, he's got a hate boner. What can I say? See, Hank, the term hate boner is like not really. Doesn't really, you know. How do I? It doesn't really hit, you know. Bro looks chill as fuck. Thank you, Eric. Hi, Caravaggio. You eat today? No, not yet. 100 pound 5'5" Melson seeing 6'1" 200 pound Hank in the chat, and really Hank started all this with me and now expects me to let to let off the gas now that all his allies abandoned him. Jesus. Hank, say something not gay. I just ended stream because everyone's making fun of my terrible haircut. Why'd you get a terrible haircut, Lorenzo? I mean, my hair looks like shit too because I literally rolled out of bed like an hour and a half ago. Bro out here chilling. Word. I know what you did on July 14th, 1998, when I was 6 years old in Italy. What'd I do? Was that when I accidentally killed that person at 6 years old? Like what? Um, you'd go after me regardless of what happened, like a dog chasing its own. Shut up, pussy. Well, Hank, why would he go after him after you regardless? Hank's Warzone. Are you doing a no chill vid after that troll the other day? Bodak. Why would I? Just gives him more attention at my expense. Well, you got to realize about No Chill, Hank, that No Chill, like, bro, like No Chill's my boy, all right. But he and like the thing about No Chill though is like yeah, he's impulsive like I was at his age, and so he saw the opportunity to hop on that shit between you and Idaho, and he did it, and he fucking and he fucking wrote me into being on that one stream too. Which like, and I knew what he was doing. I mean, I'm like, bro, all right, whatever, I'll come on this shit for you, because like it's funny and all that, but it's like Hank, I don't know if I would make a video about No Chill. I think what you should do, Hank, is go live like more sort of seamlessly and just fucking like talk and shit, so that I mean, there's a relatability aspect that I think is you know like I don't want to be like you know you're lacking relatability, but it's like you know if you're like and I say this to Good Noodle too all the time, like because it's like Good Noodle should just vertical stream and just walk around and talk, like it's like there's a disconnect in between doing that, but it's like because that's he could do longer fucking live streams than even like my longest ones. Fair enough, says Brodog. I heard that rumor as well, to be honest. What rumor, Lorenzo? I barely care about anything having to do with you, Lorenzo. Hands been talking about it. I said if you type more gay shit about, I'm timing you out. Damn. Well, Melson hit him with a fucking open hand slap, 10 seconds. Wow, Melson sees a threat. It's accurate. He was depicting me in quote Superman's Heidi Whitey's quote. You're a homosexual. This is why you're a virgin. Do you know who's a virgin who's full of venom and anger is JBD? And I mean that kid, like people let that kid slide because he had a tough life. It's like my life was tougher by far, and it's not even about that. It's just like if anyone who cares about that kid, not being such a piece of shit one day should do exactly what I do and put him in his place. I don't have a German accent, Felix. Oh, Hank getting roasted isn't. Yo, smoke voice. BMW, dude. BMW on top. BMWs have terrible electrical systems, bro. What's with all the bots in your chat just saying random shit? But like, I don't think they're bots. They're vertical stream trolls. Like and like I didn't know anything about vertical streaming versus anything else. Like it's easier to hold my phone this way for a longer period of time. But you get vertical stream trolls occasionally. I mean, more than occasionally, but it's whatever. Um, what a soy boy timing out a dude for an insult can deliver the punishment but can't take it. Well, IO penis breath. Who you think you are? Who are you talking to? BMW on top. Yo, BMW on top. You're. I mean, you are clearly gay, and you're not a top for sure. Hated. Oh, check. Hated by City Life. Hated by Skatestar. Hated by No Chill. A virgin. Unemployed. Broke. Damn. Must be Hank. Chiara Marino. Hey, what's up, Chiara? Or is it Sierra? Sorry. Because he's mentally unwell, Giuliano. Who's mentally unwell? Alright, BMW on top. Enough gay shit. I'm obviously timing you out. Lorenzo Vanille Desta, who's Lorenzo. Why are your mods talking crap and then banning people? What are you talking about? Hank versus email stream. I mean, dude, I'm Cheddarhead. That's no chill territory to do a goddamn to do a goddamn stream yards with Hank and Melson. I mean, I'll let they can. I mean, it's my live stream though. They can work it out amongst themselves. Hated by mental people. Wow, I'm such a loser. Hank Nelson says, Hank, you just made a hit piece on someone that bought you a $200 worth of equipment. It was all lies, and you didn't even write it. You are the pinnacle of lazy. Hank and Vinny as well versus all of MMA chat. Cheddarhead, dude. Cheddarhead, that Cheddarhead. You know what? That's as unfair as fucking Huffy versus Darius, bro. Nelson is being a real Brendan Schaub right now. Lorenzo, come in as yourself for fuck's sake. Like, Jesus. Email Nelson, I was gaslit, which reminds me of a certain anorexic fairy. Oh, you're calling Nelson an anorexic fairy. Hank, it doesn't. Hank, one thing is like to talk about yourself as having been gaslit is not a good look, Hank. I'm not even. I'm just saying that objectively. How long do you think it'll be until Vinny crashes out on Hank and starts calling him a secular, talentless dullard? Yeah, Hank. The thing about Vinny, bro, is like, wait, I mean, it's only a matter of time before he starts talking about like actually like talking about Hitler on a stream with you. I mean, you guys will be doing impressions, and I'll be like, Hank, Muslims are superior, bro, and they mog at 1v1 sports, dude. And like you're gonna, and you'll politely sort of like, haha, okay, Vinny, back to the whatever. But like, he'll steamroll that shit in, and like, you will be forced to take a stand. It's happened to me plenty of times. And Bodak. It's happened to me so many times that Bodak and to Bodak that Bodak has played footage of me having to deal with Vinny on his show. Like it's fucking ridiculous. Vinny's a time bomb. So I mean, not like a time bomb. Like anyone should be scared. Just I'm just saying, like be prepared for him to, to not be so fun like abruptly one day. Denny, why do you have a buffalo in the day? Oh my god, dude, the fucking Diddy party jokes are tired. You were gaslit because you're a woman who's easily manipulated. You are not a man that can think for himself. That's why you're 25 and unemployed. Thoughts on me listing like $1,000 in sneakers the past 12 hours and Hank staring at YouTube chats and making no money. Um, thoughts. I mean that does make you industrious, Madison, objectively. You have a shitty job and won't change. I'd say you're in a worse spot than me. Well, Hank, yeah, but Hank, the thing about that, bro, is like he's in a worse spot than you by circumstances of birth, and what Nelson is saying that through his own ingenuity, he's made something of himself, which is still, I mean, he still has progress to make, but he's fucking making cash from chaos, and his problem with you is that not just that you weren't born, with, the shitty circumstances to overcome that he was, but that, like, I think Hank, that Melson sees you as sort of like, like, maybe passively almost like celebrating the fact that, like, by, like I said, circumstances of birth, you don't have to work as hard as he does. That's what that's a lot of what it comes down to. Are you stoned? Yeah, bro. Giuliano, did you watch the fight Aiden Ross put together? Aiden Ross put together a fight between who? Last I heard of Aiden Ross, he was crashing out about Leon Edwards losing a Bilal. Thoughts on Mason dressing like a goth girl and tucking his drunk his legs, giggling in the mirror with his finger. What? I mean, I want to host a Hank versus Mason. Bodak, there's so Bodak. Have you not seen the countless ones with me and No Chill and hosting that? It's been done, Bodak. It really has, man. Um, who the fuck told you I was Lorenzo? You're obviously not fucking Lorenzo. Why does Mailson anyway? And you all but fucking said it. Why does Mailson always come at Hank when he knows Hank owns him every time? I mean, I feel like that's not necessarily true. Dude, I'm sick of seeing my own fucking picture in here. I'm telling you how, dude. Um, Thoughts on Hank wanting to see messages that depict me in gay sex acts and him getting mad when people point out he's a virgin. I mean, yeah, Noodle hits him with the virgin shit a lot. Um, Hank, that's not all of my shoes. I literally have 50 pairs. You're broken and useless. But I'd whoop him like I did the last 3 times. No point. He's just coping about getting whooped over and over. Worse than mom's pepper spray. See, all right. So, I mean, okay, Hank, you were that was a good enough response until you go worse than mom's pepper spray. Now, Hank, I'm not gonna say it's off limits to bring up like somebody's child abuse, even and because Melson did put it out there, but like, but that right there is fine. But like when like the time you told Northwest, who actually is homeless, that like you hope he dies like in the cold. And by the way, if that didn't actually happen, tell me because I was told that. But shit like that, where it's like you're going right for the jugular, instead of just like fucking. It's like you gotta calm. Like instead of like being all like tense because you feel like you're gonna engage in a battle, just like just like roll with it and like because and also like your mind works better. You'll be wittier if if you don't feel like this is like an actual venomous back and forth. I made the best AI "Go Away" Vinny song. Go ahead. Yo, Bodak, I'll write one to a reggae beat if you want. Um, or I'll just do it just to prove that I can mog you on lyrics at least. Your AI is gonna be my shittier AI like that turns lyrics to music. Me and Madison have matching morons. Hank's Warzone. At least I'm not a virgin. Hmm. Show your face, bitch. I mean, Madison's shown his face, Hank. Like you've been on streams debating each other both. If I wasn't a mod, Madison would ban me because he's a prima donna. I mean, yeah, but he could say the same thing about you, Hank. Like both, that's I'd probably ban you, Hank, because you promote homosexuality. And I'll work to be better than he's ever been. My work's already more important than his. How do you measure importance, Hank? Akeisha Arnold. Hi. What's up? Thoughts on Hank's ego? My work. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Hank, that's a little bit like to make that statement seriously. And I do say seriously because the emoji you threw at the end of that is not one that makes me think that you're being facetious or sarcastic. Um, yeah, I mean, dude, Hank, I mean, you got to realize, like, you know, there, I mean, to talk about like your quote unquote work being important is, I mean, I'm not gonna denigrate anything that you've done. I'm not saying that, but like, Jesus, dude, like, I mean, you gotta try to like hear yourself when you say certain things like that. I'll make the debate unbiased. Question one to me, dude. Bodak, I'm sorry. Like, I mean, dude, I'm not trying to tell you not to do it. I'm just saying, Bodak, like, it's been done from every angle. Like, like No Chill's had them both just go at each other. I've been, there's one where me and No Chill were like, okay, question to you, like, you know. But I mean, I think, I mean, I think that, I mean, Hank in Idaho even just did, that. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I say this, Bodak, but, I mean, debates sort of like I mean, debates aren't responsible for my, if you want to say, like, I mean, I even feel like douchey saying like my success, but like relative to MMA YouTube, like, I mean, like first Critical Eye came at me. Then it was the first time with Clown Show, and I went on a show and owned him, and Gnome Chad was there, and so I got like an extra fucking W because that fucking pedophile was there, and I fucking tore his ass apart. And then JVD, who I had never heard of, but like just came out of nowhere talking shit about me. A beef that he had with No Chill escalated, and I got dragged into it, and then I brought him on my stream and fucking took care of that. That was crushed. And then for a month, him and I were good, and then he turned back around like a fucking little bitch. After I helped him get over 100 subscribers by doing a stream with him and Sniff. So there was that one. Um, there were like one or two more with Concha. What I'm saying basically is that debates, quote unquote debates, can but the thing is, also it's just like, if you're like that dude Critical Eye was grifting off of me, like he was starting with me to fucking to build his own, like, he was looking for somebody to have a debate with or to have a beef with to build shit. Hank gives off Chad vibes while Nelson gives off femboy vibes. It's literally true, Giuliano. What is true? The difference is you come off as homosexual live. I don't. Me? Wait, I do, Hank, or who? Hank, you're not coming at me right now, right? I beat him 3 times in debates. Let it go, fella. Give up. Oh, you're talking to Nelson. Okay. Um, Poor people should be thanking us for employment opportunities. Yeah, Lorenzo, look, you know what, Lorenzo, like, you're in here on an alt, dude. Like, fuck off. You're just gonna try to work in some raid bagging. Like, I don't have time for you. Hank's Warzone, give up. Thoughts on Rigo making Nelson quit live streaming and then getting owned by Hank now? Dude, dude, Rigo has lost the war. All right, Rigo's not a fucking, like, it's enough. Like Rigo is a non-entity. I mean, I don't give a fuck that he's still around. I don't give it's just like, I mean, that dude is down bad permanently. Like, he's not like a force to be reckoned with by any fucking means. Musical crushed him, and after Musical's second video, it took maybe a month and a half before Rigo was just dismissed. He's no longer like, like, you say the name Rigo and everybody thinks pedophile. Like, it doesn't matter that he has his small hardcore group of fans. So, like, I know very little about the history of, I know more than a little about like the history of like the Maelson Rigo like shit where, I don't know if that's why Maelson stopped streaming, but Hank beat me so bad that all of his friends abandoned him and he has less resources than before. It wasn't Northwest and alt account. Oh, all right. Word, Hank. Okay, no more debates, but Mailson versus Hank quiz. That's a good idea, Bodak. Dude, yeah, Mailson and Hank, both of you should be on. Dude, Bodak. Everybody knows, like, it's a battle for second place on Thursday because I'm coming in first. Okay, like I missed the MMA quiz. I would have, dude. I'm going head to head with Aaron Tats on fucking whatever. I guess it'll be next week. Or no, shit. It's not gonna be for a while, right? It's at 3:15. The next MMA quiz though. Um, don't like. I know Taz is helping you put together like an MMA history one, but that should be separate from an MMA one because I want Tats. I want Aaron Tats versus me in an MMA debate because I don't think he did the quiz that I won, and I will win every MMA quiz that I'm part of. Aiden Ross had Dana White commentating. It was fun. I watched it. I watched one so far with the fuck. Wait, I thought Dana White banned Aiden Ross from the Island Boys, those fucking faggots. Jesus. But like, if you want to host it, I'll do it. Word, yeah, yeah. Email Melson. I have 2 channels now. Just got rid of an asshole. That's all. Well, he bought you your equipment because you're a broke loser. Hank. Well, I mean, Hank. To be fair, you didn't. I mean, he like said like I mean Idaho made the choice to. I mean, you guys sort of co-own the channel that he relinquished to you. Um, well, the usual chicken mozzarella. Cone on the bricks. What's cone on the bricks? And it's a picture of a cone on bricks. I like brilliant in its simplicity. My work affects more than one city block. That's the at Hank. It's you put affects. It's effects with an e, bro. Spark Boy. Hi, what's up? Hank works construction. Hank doesn't work construction. Melson bags fries. They aren't the same. Hank, you work a seasonal job and you're unemployed this summer. You literally said that. Damn. Hey, Melson, real talk though. What you got in the size 10 and a half? Shoot me a DM on. I'll host it. Be a funny quiz with Hanks. Well, Bodak, I feel like they should both just be in the fucking quiz and they should be guests. I mean, it's gonna be me and Brutally this week. You should and then maybe next week do fucking have Melson and Hank as a guest. That's a good fucking or I mean honestly Bodak like yeah Melson and Hank as guests is a good idea. Me and like you could like you could put me Brutally like Hank and Melson as guests this week. That would be dope. I'm down. Who's Tigo? It's Rigo if you're on Q. I don't know why people bother with like not saying just Rigo. Hank's a lives hard and I'm far right. There you go. Bodak, it's gonna be a must watch debate. Well, Refugio, rather than a debate which has been done between the two of them, yeah. If you type in MMA Rio on YouTube, half of the top results are exposed videos. Yeah, exactly. I buy and sell shoes as a side hustle. Well, that's Melson's fucking office. So, I mean, meaning like Melson does that really well. It would be a quiz, Refugio. Yeah. Thanks. Anything not fascist is liberal according to pale, skinny Trump boy. Surely that quiz will derail. No, it won't. Lorenzo, show your hustle and fucking do a better quiz. Tom. Ah, yes, the Rotard war. The retard suffered a crippling defeat in Ronstatinople against the 69th Rotard battalion. Don't remind us of that dark week when Giuliano didn't show up on the boat I show, wondering where he was at. Yeah, I was in the hospital, bro. Sorry. Mila, is that really a side hustle or just a way to make closet space for new shoes? You don't even know what you are, Hank. Damn. And I repeat, my job is more important than feeding a street corner. Hank, like, yeah, but Hank, like, to think about things in grandiose terms like that is not. Honestly, it's a bad mentality to have because it takes you, it sort of traps you in your own head and sort of stops you from, you know, but also it's a very unrelatable way to talk about yourself. Polling makes elections worse. I don't know about that. I think it's irrelevant. um Political parasite. Messon, where do you fall in the LGBTQ spectrum? It's okay, I don't judge. Well, I mean, Hank, if you're liberal though, what does it matter? Paradox. I hope Idaho and Hank get back together. Would have been a great publicity event. Paradox, shut the fuck up. Paradox. Hank, don't Hank, and if Idaho's in, yeah, that's Paradox doesn't have that. I'm thinking if they both come on for a quiz, that it would be a standalone one, probably. Um, Bodak, I think it should be no Bodak. I think what you should do is do a quiz, right? Maybe change the time one week, of your quiz, but have them as like guests. You know what I mean? Hank thinks he's MLK. Hi from Israel. Are you really in Israel? Uh, dude. All right, yo, you gotta be timed out. The Bodak show. It would just be resurrecting a dead rivalry. Rivalry. I don't even like Trump. Hank just lies and makes shit up like his child abusing friend Vinny. Hmm. Quit being a hype man for Jerry Seinfeld? What? Hank is like Shadow the Hedgehog if Shadow was painted rainbow and carried a flag. You're saying that he's what's the Amy? Amy's the girl from Sonic the Hedgehog. Mel. So you're saying that Hank's a bit of an Amy if in the arena of us all being Sonic the Hedgehog characters. The offer is there and I'll leave it open. Well, Bodak, what exactly Bodak, just to solidify the shit, like I mean you can't do a quiz where it's just the two of them. I guess you could actually. You know what, Bodak, you are cooking with that idea. That's a good one. But like we should like go over exactly what's up, like a quiz on what, and like yeah, you know what I'm saying. I didn't actually vote last year. I forgot. You both good. Don't vote. The Bug Show. My days off are Sunday, Monday, Wednesday. Hank can't tell you his days off because he's a CIA operative apparently. But I don't care, bro. Caravaggio, I actually haven't bought any shoes recently and belong to my late husband and brother. And belong to? Like, and you belong to it? Wow. Fair enough. Monday and Wednesday, Saturday and Sunday, one more day off than poor Milson working the weekend. Blackjack, yes, Paradox. Um, Thank you for reminding me, Paradox. Alright, so, like, yo, Bodak, do you know that they did a study? This is absolutely true. They did a study that your cognitive function is slightly improved the lighter and interior spaces. So basically, like if you keep like the inside of like the room you work in at home like too dim, your cognitive function is slightly impaired. Mm. Hi, what's your name? My name is Paradox the Chad. Um, this motherfucker in chat keeps stealing my identity. Thoughts on Hank's work being so important? He works 3 days a week, and the place shuts down the entire summer. Hank typing like a boy that never been in a real fight. Well, yeah, I mean, Peter and Q. It's like, I mean, they're well. I mean, you know what? Yes, Peter and Q. I mean, I can't argue with that. Medicine 3 days off is why you're poor. Yo, Lorenzo, listen, you live with your parents too, bro, and you fucking try to rizz up underage girls and boys. So get the fuck out of here on your all. Come back as yourself, you fucking bitch made coward. Madison, I don't want to touch those video game posters on your wall behind because I know where they've been. They've been on his wall. Probably went from the store to. Hank, you have Call of the Wild on your wall. That's a book. Call of the Wild. You're required to read. You're a pseudo intellectual retard. Is that true? Pretty much yeah. In Bodak, it makes sense if you think about it. Yo, Bodak, seriously, it makes sense if you think about it, right? Like light bulbs are associated with ideas, right? Fucking, the adjective of describing somebody as bright, meaning intelligent, like, it's almost like intuitive, but someone finally did a fucking study. So now it's like actually like, it's not like a wives' tale anymore. It's been legitimized. But like the difference between like it's like, oh shit, I'm thinking, I mean, I'm sure it's like relative to the person, but it definitely is a thing. There is a study I fucking like if I didn't have to check the rankings and then play blackjack for Paradox, I would find it. Vaping or cigarettes? Why both? Because people leave vapes around my apartment. Explain how polling helping your country. It only helps the establishment. Peter and Q, you're not necessarily wrong. I think that yeah, I think that polling can polling is actually. I mean, it could easily be utilized as a way to sway the masses or dissuade people from voting if they feel like their candidate's gonna lose regardless. So yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying. But I mean, you're like they don't do much like dude, I'm double national Italian and American, and I'm very much in touch with the way politics are in Italy. They don't do polling. Like the polling's not a phenomenon. Like I mean, there's minor shit, but it's mostly universities, and it's not. You know, they also have seven political parties, each with a candidate that has a shot at winning. No one ever wins elections in Italy by more than like 17%. Like Julia Maloney just she won by like 18%, bro. And she's Fratelli d'Italia, which is the second most conservative party in Italy. But honestly, she actually is what Italy needed. She's actually doing pretty well. Um, Hank's Warzone Melson. It's my dad's book. He'd wring your little neck. Oh, Hank. See, if you bring your family into it, dude, you're just inviting. Your dad's a retard too. Then Hank. See, Hank. Like you had to know that you just set Melson up to say that. Is this trans? What the fuck? Oh my god, go. Thoughts on Hank being 25 and unemployed and telling me he'll get his dad to beat me up? Yeah, Hank. Like Hank, the way you are about like getting sensitive about like people talking about your family, you shouldn't invite like just being like that's my dad's book. Like of course you're opening yourself up to shit, which is fine if you can roll with it, but really, Mila, that's indescribably sad, and I'm sorry to hear that. What about Mila, what the fuck? Yeah, I don't have time to scroll back. um why okay sound like a girl. He's accomplished more than you. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, but Hank, your father is at least twice you and Nelson's age, probably. So of course, he would have accomplished more than somebody half his age. I mean, yeah, I know it's the same in my country. I was talking to the professional poller in here who thinks he's doing important work. Okay, yeah, okay, I get why. Yeah, word, Peter and Q. Oh wow, a dumbass kid with middle school curriculum he hangs up on the wall. Absolute bitch, man. Okay, real accomplishments. When does Milan play Munich? They don't, Cheddarhead. It's oh, you're talking about Inter. See when people Cheddar, when people say Milan, they're usually talking about AC Milan. Inter plays Bayern. They already played Bayern in the first leg. They won 2-1. The second leg is today. What's today? Is today Monday or Tuesday? It tomorrow. And um Cheddarhead. So Brutally is gonna stream Arsenal versus Real Madrid, which is on exactly the same time as I'm gonna be streaming Inter versus Bayern. Um so Aston Villa is fucked against Paris Saint Germain. So another British team bites the dust. It's not looking good for Brutally. Thanks, Daddy is so big and strong. Be careful, guys. Oh, Hank's Daddy. Okay. Caravaggio, do you have a side hustle or are you retired? Um, I'll take Bayern $20 dono versus you buying a pat. All right, Shadowhead. Bet you're gonna take Bayern to advance. Oh, you're fucked, bro. You're so fucked. Harry Kane don't do so well against Italians. I mean, they lost. I mean, on aggregate, Inter's up 2-1. But okay. All right, Cheddarhead. Bet. Yo, Cheddarhead, show me a handshake emoji. Yeah, you're taking Bayern to advance, right? Not to win inside of 90. For either of us to say inside of 90 minutes in a knockout game would be stupid. So you're saying Bayern's going to advance. It's the quarterfinals. Saying Bayern beats Inter. So if I lose that bet to you, I also lose my bet to Brutally Honest. So remember, dude, I've thought this through. I just said it was two. So they're 2-1 aggregate, meaning like to even go to overtime. Okay, Bayern has to win by 1 point inside of 90, which they almost certainly won't. They have mad players out. Yeah, to advance is, I mean, Cheddarhead, like, I mean, inside of 90, you're fucking yourself over, bro. Um, yeah, because, I mean, yeah, so it's in Italy, bro. Inter beat them in Germany the first game, bro. It's at San Siro. Like, I mean, and I will smoke a pack of 27s. Arsenal versus Barca final, but out your dreams. Arsenal, you did, Bodak. Arsenal's not making it further than fucking Inter. I'm sorry. Bodak, you know goddamn well, Bodak, that Real Madrid could get those 3 points back and make it to a penalty kickoff against Arsenal. I mean, And meanwhile, Bodak, you know what's crazy is Barcelona. Barcelona beat Dortmund. I mean, they're up 4-0 aggregate against Dortmund, but like, I mean, dude, I'm sorry, but like, it's like, yeah, they beat Dortmund 4-0 clean sheet. Like, so did your wife and my ex-girlfriend, you know what I mean? Yeah, word, Cheddarhead. All right, cool. Screenshot that handshake. All right, Cheddarhead, we have a bet. Nice. Um, Hank, hello, Cheddar. Bodak wanted you to go on and explain your round robin. I did. Well, I did the stream before that. JVD kind of like interrupted me, and I had to fucking put him in his place, so he crashed out and left before I could continue. But yeah, what's up, Hank? Um, this live is going hard. Word. I mean, yeah, that's how it goes. Stank nasty. Bro, your name's Stank Nasty. You came to play. Like, is it too much for you? Hank's so gay and weird. Nelson. Oh my god, dude, Messon is funny though. Doesn't Oh Gilly, it's called the Champions League, not UEFA. I know, Bodak. I know, Bodak. Don't listen. It's called soccer, not football, bro. Are you Bodak? Come on, are you really trying to educate me? I know that 3 tiers. And by the way, speaking of UEFA, the Europa League tournament, Lazio wins that. Fiorentina wins the fucking Europa Conference League. We're gonna have an Italian supremacy season. Okay. So, you know what? Instead of UEFA, how about I call it the fucking Italian League of fucking big dick motherfuckers? How about that, Bodak? Cheddarhead, Hank's trying to butter you up so you'll give him money, don't fall for it. Ha bro with your last name. OG Dark Lord. Are you talking to me? Saying that she what, Argenti? What's wrong with my last name, bitch? Alright. So Cheddarhead, I'm gonna look at the rankings and then PARADOXX, I got you on blackjack. Um I have cancer. Can you say shout out Cedric? What kind of cancer? Do you watch NBA? Nah, not really, bro. Um, I mean, I used to, but when you start to really become a professional gambler, you have to narrow the sports that you're, because it's like there's a lot of research involved and everything, and like I could never get into basketball like that. Um, Nelson, uh, when you go live. I'm self-employed. I work in construction. Nice. Nelson once said, "I would tell Cheddarhead to neck, but he would probably bring the ceiling down with him." Yeah, but like, I mean, that's a joke. It's funny. Laugh it up, Giuliano. What, Hank? What am I laughing at? Hank, Mailson said had a one-off thing that was funny, dude. If like, I mean, I'm being very unbiased, dude. Like, don't turn on me, bro. You keep calling it UEFA. It's like calling the Super Bowl NFL. Well, the Super Bowl is NFL, Bodak. What do you think, Bodak? You think the Super Bowl is NCAA? You think it's college teams that have a shot? Like, what are you talking about? And Bodak, like, listen, Bodak, don't get mad just because Liverpool got mogged and didn't make it, past the round of 16. I mean, come on. I mean, so much about UEFA that you picked Liverpool to take the cup, right? Lazio not becoming champ. In the Europa, they're not gonna win. Peter and Q. I don't think Lazio is almost certainly not gonna win. I mean, definitely not gonna win the Scudetto, but they'll place top four and they'll be in the UEFA Champions League next season. And why the fuck are you really think that in the second leg they're not gonna come back against Bodo Glimt and advance? Like, you're fucking crazy. Thoughts on Hank being so insecure he's going at you now? Yeah, I mean, Hank, please don't turn on me, bro. You don't want to do that. Cheddarhead's actually a good guy, unlike the Seinfeld version of Moist Critical. NBA is horrible for gambling, honestly. I mean, dude, you can, if you really like delve into it, there's point spreads and shit, but it's like, I mean, I do very well on soccer and MMA and like, there's no reason to once you start to spread yourself too thin, you start to make mistakes as a gambler, and that's something you can't do. Or you start to take losses. You're no longer a professional, Hank, you know nothing about that person. Diddy, I'm almost finished. Yeah, word. Hank's president. Anyway, I'm gonna watch some other stuff before we catch you later. Yeah, word, Hank. Yo, and Hank, by the way, LFA and PFL. Um, this weekend are both actually. I mean, LFA was so. LFA last weekend might have been the most lit, like fucking MMA card overall of this calendar year. It's Champions League, Europa League, and Europa. No, PWQ. There's three. There's the UEFA Champions League, the UEFA Europa League, and the UEFA Conference League. Or UEFA. It's actually fucking Europa Conference League. But yeah, the three tiers. I know this. Bodak knows I know this. Bodak's being a fucking little posh motherfucker and correcting me. Madison, I started watching some NBA and WNBA games. A bit boring, but the 2025 Olympics basketball games were great. Were they? Damn, you guys just lost Hank. You didn't lose Hank. Hank dipped to go do something. He just said that. Jesus. Work if you don't care. How'd I do on UFC 314? I placed fourth. You know, I placed fourth, but I placed third if you don't count the fucking bitch made cowards that don't pick every fight. I went 10 for 13. And honestly, I was on one of the picks that I got wrong. I just straight up was stupid. The other two, there's reasons, but I mean, 10 for 13 is 10 for 13. Hank has literally no idea how to compartmentalize his emotions. Yeah, very true, and is absolutely hilarious. Just lashes out at anyone for anything. I mean, it's not anyone for anything, Nelson. It's that he he gets he digs his heels in and he thinks he's he doesn't understand his ability to discern who's who after a certain point. Even Hank, I mean, make sure to cry about me in here. Hank, no one's crying about you, dude. It's not that, dude. It's I mean, and Hank, dude, Hank, I've told you what I just said. I've told you privately too. It's not, it's not I'm not going at you, dude. I'm just saying, what I see to be, it's not like I'm not going like fucking Madison's perfect. You're a piece of shit. I'm being, objective about shit. You look like Matthew McConaughey nerfed the first. Yeah, whatever that means. Oh no, we're not gonna hear. We're not gonna hear Hank telling us to vote for Kamala. What will we do? It does kind of sound like y'all crying about Hank. Yo, Lorenzo. How many times have you cried privately? After you've been refused on your raid begging. Probably a lot, right? All right, yo, Cheddarhead, rankings are open. Let's see, what do we got? Because then I gotta turn on my VPN and generate PARADOXX and flash over. He got that Ritalin rage. Go make up some pull. Okay, Cheddarhead. Alright, so the rankings have been adjusted. I'm gonna ignore the pound for pound rankings because that's some gay fantasy football shit that means nothing. Alright, any changes? No changes to flyweight, no changes to bantamweight. Ooh, featherweight has Volkanovski is the new champion. They brought why is Holloway even still in the featherweight rankings? Holloway's moved up to 1. Lopez is number 2. Tapuria is down to 3 at featherweight, which is I hate when people are left in divisions that they're not in anymore. Yeah, years up. That makes sense. This does. I hate when they tie people like this. It makes no sense. Evloev should be obviously Evloev should be much higher. This 4 and 4 doesn't make sense. Arnold Allen comes up. Ortega goes down. Lerone Murphy at 8 because he took Josh Emmett's place. Aljo Emmett 10. Gene Silva at 11 makes sense. They bumped down Giga and Yusuf Zalal. Dan Ige came up on. Yeah, Cater at 15. Yeah, Cater needs to be served up to who? Probably fuck. I was talking to somebody about that before. Alright, lightweight. Why is Gamrot being bumped up on? That's bullshit. Patty. Chandler's down. So yeah, Yoel Alvarez and Grant Oz. Yeah, okay. This is Benoit Saint Denis is still fucking ranked. I guess he wouldn't be out yet, but alright. Welterweight, no difference. Light heavyweight, okay. Dominic Reyes. Fucking I love that Dominic Reyes is back. Krylov's down. They just bumped down Johnny Walker. Azamat Mirzakhanov is fucking. This dude is a fucking animal. So is Bogdan Guskov. Yo, anyone know if Mirzakhanov has a fight coming up? Yeah, I know, Cheddarhead. I know. Usman and Leon over JM. And then heavyweight, dude, you want to know some bullshit? Tai Tuivasa getting cut, not getting cut, and Rosenstrike getting cut is some bullshit. Dude, please give this motherfucker an actual opponent, please, please. Can Mick Parkin fucking fight Cortez Acosta after getting robbed against Ibera? This is just retarded over here. Jelsin Almeida versus Alexander Volk. That fight needs to get made hard. That's pound for pound. Alright, women's lightweight. Oh yeah, Verna's gonna get her title shot. Yan Jianan. Why is Amanda Lemos going up one? Didn't she just get submitted by fucking Verna? Women's flyweights. Dude, fucking Jasmine and Jillian Robertson has a fight coming up too. She's gonna go. Alright, so yeah, Juliana Pena versus Raquel Pennington versus Kayla Harrison is gonna happen. It doesn't really matter who wins because Macy Chasson is going to fucking take the belt off whoever the fucking champion is when she gets her title shot. But Melissa Mullins is still ranked. And Chelsea Chandler, Jesus. Wait, so they didn't move Nora Cornwell up after that finish that she got? Khalil's most impressive feat is being KO'd by Poetan. He lasted longer against Poetan than anyone else had. Where is Khalil? He's 7th. Yo, please give Khalil. Wait, is he fighting Jamal?